this video. I hope you're all doing really, really well this week. Thank you for joining me. It is lovely to see you as always. We've had some sunshine here this week. I hope you have as well. In fact, a little bit too hot, dare I say. I hate to moan because I love the summer. I love the sunshine, but I struggle in this house in the heat because it's only 20 years old. It's 3 stories, heat rises. It's insulated to the hilt, and this house gets so hot when the weather is warm outside, and it's not that pleasant actually. Even with your fans on, it's kind of moving around hot air. So it's been nice to be in the garden. We have had a barbecue this week, the first one at this house for ever, I think. The first time I've had a barbecue at this house. And that was really lovely. I think we're going to see a bit of a change in the weather over the weekend, a bit of relief from the heat. But it has been lovely to see the sunshine. And when I'm out and about, I do love it. It's just a shame I haven't got a pool to jump into or a little beach to go down to, but never mind. All things are good. But I hope you have enjoyed the weather we've had over the last week, whether it be short-lived or not. We've seen the sun a little bit, haven't we? So I've got quite a bit to show you this week, but this week's video isn't quite as long as last week's. Phew, I hear you all say. Last week's was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it? But I've been quite busy this week with work and with just running around doing different things. And on my 2 days off, although I have been with Nancy quite a bit as well, I've had lots of appointments and things to do. So I haven't done a huge amount of vlogging, but I was determined to give you a video, and here it is. But I have made a couple of purchases this week, one of which is in the video a little bit later on from one of my favourite companies called Pact. And the other, I have sort of hesitated in telling you about this because I've had this for about a month now. And if any of you know my story, you'll know that I am very menopausal at the moment, and I'm also not a candidate for regular HRT, so I can't take that. And I tried a supplement some time ago, and I don't think it really did much, or it didn't particularly suit me. But about a month ago, I found a company called Happy Mammoth, and I will link their description in the box down below, in my description box down below for you. But I actually found them on Instagram to begin with. And they do a selection of balanced vitamins and supplements and nutrients that not only help women through the menopause and the perimenopause, but they also help women with PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, which is something my daughter has. Now, my daughter Grace has actually set up a TikTok account, particularly about her journey with PCOS. She's called Grace. And you'll find her on TikTok. And again, I'll link her down below for you if you want to go and have a look at her TikTok account. But she's doing her journey of finding out about how she's got PCOS very early in life, how it affects her day to day, and what she's trying to do to relieve the symptoms of it, which is a lot of diet-based things and supplements. So I got these initially for me, for the perimenopause and menopausal symptoms that I have. But Grace has looked into it as well, and a lot of the ingredients in this are very similar to what she's been told to have. And this company, Happy Mammoth, do actually recommend their supplements for ladies with PCOS as well. I've gone for their Hormone Harmony supplements. And you take 3 of these a day, and you can take the 3 tablets together if you wish. You could take them just with your other vitamins if you have them in the morning, or if you've got other times of the day where you take medication tablets or any other sort of supplements, you can put them in at the same time. And they've basically got everything you need to keep balanced, keep those hormones balanced. It adapts to your own body's unique needs. It relieves all menopausal symptoms, reduces mood swings, and most importantly for me, it alleviates bloating. Now, as you know, I have gained some weight, 3 stone actually, over the past 2 years, and I know that a percentage of that is menopausal. And I'm very, very bloated in my stomach. Hence, you've seen me in this top quite a few times over the past few weeks because I'm restricted on my clothes and my tops, although I have made some purchases recently. But tummy bloating is one of my biggest symptoms. I've had these now for a month, and I can honestly say that my tummy has gone down quite a bit. I'm not going to show you, but it has. And these seem to be really working for me. I am a little bit more energized. I feel a bit brighter. I'm not particularly energized in the evenings, but I'm not anyway, because I know my iron can fluctuate throughout the day and work is very busy, life is very busy, so I'm tired anyway. But on a normal scale, taking that into consideration, these have definitely helped with a lot of my menopausal symptoms, a lot of them. And I am still having a bit of a menstrual cycle, but not much. And in fact, this last month, I was 6 days early. I didn't have any PMT symptoms at all prior to that. And I normally get loads. And I think these supplements have had something to do with it. So I was really shocked when it actually happened, because I wasn't expecting it. I was early anyway, but I had no symptoms. I didn't have the headache. I didn't have the tummy cramps. Didn't have any mood swings. And it wasn't very long and there wasn't very much of it, and it only lasted about a day and a half. So I am definitely, my periods are reducing and all those kind of things. But in terms of symptoms, I think these have made a massive, massive difference. So I can highly, highly recommend those, especially if you're someone like me that can't take HRT. So that was a good find this week. And yeah, there's quite a lot of other bits and pieces going on. So I shall let you watch the rest of this video in peace and enjoy your Sunday morning. Let's get into it. So I've just taken in an order from Pact. I have done a bit of a bulk delivery from Pact this week because there was a good offer on their website. Their website I shall link in the description box down below for you. But you know how I love a smoothie, and you know how I love to be quick, easy, efficient, organised and those kind of things. I won't use the word lazy, but yes, this is the lazy way to make a smoothie. And I have bought some pre-frozen Pact, and they can go straight in my freezer. And the great thing is you can make smoothies from them straight from frozen, which is absolutely great. And I've gone for a selection box this week. So I'm just going to open them and I'll show you what I've got. The great thing about this as well is because they come frozen, once you make your order, they're delivered really, really quickly, because obviously in here are frozen things that need to be really kept in the freezer, but they're freshly frozen, grade A quality. I did love the smoothie mixes I found in Aldi, which were much, much cheaper, and I found some in Lidl as well. But these are super, super quality, and you get a superfood blend to go in them as well. Let me show you. Let's open this box. With your smoothies, you get these little superfood blends as well, which I'll tell you all about. So this says, welcome to your delivery of Pact. This leaflet has all of your nutritional information included for the smoothies, and they also do smoothie bowls as well. Super nutrition made simple. So in here, it shows you all the different Pact smoothies that they do, particularly the smoothie drinks. But they also do these that are called smoothie bowls. So they're a bit more of they are designed with immunity support in mind, but they're a bit more of a meal, I suppose, than an actual smoothie drink. But what you get with each of these is a matching packet. So if you, for example, go for the Power Blend, which is this one here, not only do you get all the frozen fruit and veg to go in it, you also get a packet of superfood sprinkle that goes inside as well. So each one's got its own name. So for each smoothie, that one would go in the Power Blend one, for example. This one says Energy, so that's going to go inside the Energy one. This one is Replenish, and so on and so forth. But in the box, it gets delivered in a dry ice packet. So in here, we've got a huge mixture. I'll just get a few of these out just to give you an idea. So here are some of the packets of the frozen mix. Here is the Energy one. You can see all the lovely blueberries in there, raspberries, black currants, spinach, banana, and then that gets mixed with your matching superfood blend. So for Energy, you get chia seeds, maca, cacao, guarana. If I've said any of those things right, I have no idea. Mix it with 200 ml of water, fruit juice or milk, whatever you prefer. And there you have a really immune boosting, energy, powerful, healthy smoothie. So I'm going to get these into the freezer as quickly as possible, choose which one I want for my lunch, and I'll show you how I blend it all up in my NutriBullet. So I've decided on energy for today. So I'm going to read you what's in the energy smoothie. So we've got banana, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, blackcurrant and spinach, plus the superfood blend. Typical values in this, so calorie wise, you're getting 61 calories if you mix that just with water. If you're mixing it with fruit juice or milk, you're going to have to add your calories on for that. So that's about 3% of your recommended dose, for want of a better word, of the kind of food you would need for your energy levels for the day. 0.8 grams of fat, so no fat. The highest thing in this, which isn't much of a surprise to you, will be sugar. So you've got 9.3 grams of sugar, which is 10% of your recommended daily allowance of sugar. So just bear that in mind, but fruit is always high in sugar generally. Very, very minimal salt, 0.02 grams of salt in there, 0.4 magnesium, and 1.3 grams of protein, 3.5 grams of fibre. So that's going to just keep me a bit energized rather than me having lunch today, because I'm trying to avoid bread every day. So I've had a good breakfast this morning. I've had 2 Weetabix with a little sprinkle of granola on the top. I did put a chopped banana on there, so I'm going to get a bit of extra banana in this today as well. And I've been out shopping. I've had a bit of a busy morning. I've got lots of washing to do. I'm rushing around. I'm going to go and have my nails done as well. So this is just going to top me up for the middle of the day, give me a bit of a natural energy boost so I can get through the rest of the day, and then I'm going to make a big proper family meal later on. So I feel as if I'm not dieting. I feel as if I am just improving my natural health and my intake of fruit and veg by having it in a smoothie, although I'm a huge lover of vegetables and I'm not a huge lover of fruit, strangely enough. So I find it boring picking a piece of fruit and munching away on it, apples and things like that. I do have chopped banana on my cereal in the mornings generally, but I'm really, really bad at eating fruit. So this is another good way to get fruit into my system as well. But I do love vegetables. So I do a lot of vegetables with my main meals. But I shall stop rabbiting on and make this smoothie. I need to get on the move again very soon to go out and do all the rest of my jobs today. Also, I will, as I say, link their website down below for you. But if you subscribe, you actually save as well. So if you subscribe, you'll save 15% on all orders. Super flexible, super simple. You can cancel at any time. And of course, it's super delicious. And it says, choose our handy subscription service to get your personal favourites delivered to your door at a time that suits you. Schedule your orders, skip a week or pause, cancel whenever. You also save 15% off every order. They are 100% plant-based, full of natural goodness, freshly frozen, zero waste. And I love them. Cheers. And then perhaps it was time for a little bit of something slightly less healthy, but I had half an hour to myself and a few leftover ingredients, so I decided to make a little cherry pie. Well, I say cherry pie, I thought I don't want to use too much pastry, so it was more of a cherry open tart. I used some shop bought short crust pastry that I only had to roll out a little bit, and a couple of weeks ago I found some lovely cherries in a syrup in Aldi. So they were just sitting in the cupboard, and I thought, you know what, if I don't use them now, I never will. So I lined my little bowl ready for my pastry, put the pastry in, and then I had a little bit left over, so I thought, well, I'll just make a little bit for the top. I added my Italian cherries in syrup, and then I just baked it in the oven for about 25 minutes. And whilst it was lovely, it was incredibly sweet. A very nice summery kind of dessert, I thought, that you could put with ice cream, or custard. And because I was trying to be a little bit good, I only had a tiny piece with no ice cream, no cream and no custard. But actually I wish I had. So on Thursday I took myself off to the hairdressers, and trust me, to pick the hottest day we've probably had this month and miss out on all the sunshine, but never mind. My hair needed doing quite desperately, and it was nice to have a sit down for a little while and a bit of a relax and a read through a magazine. That's something I just don't ever get time to do. And I love my hairdresser, she's great. My hair done was really that quick. But yes, hair is done. My lovely hairdresser Donna loves to do my hair curly, and I've had my roots done, so I'm feeling all lovely this afternoon. The sun is shining, the weather is gorgeous. I know it's only going to last 2 or 3 days, but this is so beautiful, so gorgeous. I'm loving it. Little garden's doing so well, and and having not had a holiday yet this year, and I probably won't get one till September actually, just to feel a little bit of sun, and it makes everybody so much happier, and I just love it. Anyway, that's it. That's me done at the hairdressers today. So here we are, having a moment on the bed. It's quite warm in here still today, even though we don't have any sunshine. It's still a little bit humid, so but I've had to turn my fan off so that you can hear me. So yeah, currently on the top floor in the bedroom, rather warm. Or is it the menopause? Who knows? I don't know. But it's been a very busy week, and I have still no update on my MRI scan results in terms of having results. I have a little bit of progression, I think, in that I, as recommended by a couple of you, I made an official complaint through the PALS service, which I may have mentioned to you last week, which is the Patient Advisory Advice and something, Patient Advice Liaisons Service, something like that. Apologies if I've got that wrong. And anyway, on a couple of days ago, I decided to ring the hospital again, first of all, to see where we were there. And I got straight through to the hospital operator, but then I was transferred to the MRI department, where I hung on to a dreadful piece of music, you know, lift music, you know, that kind of thing that you get down the phone, for 52.5 minutes, at which point I put the phone down. Put the phone down and thought, I know what I'll do. I'll telephone PALS directly, because obviously I'd emailed them as well. So I got through to a lady there who did put me on hold for a couple of minutes, but when she came back, she said, right, she said, the hospital where you went to, she said, over the past 2 weeks has had a completely new phone system and a completely new computer system. And we are experiencing problems like you wouldn't believe. And she said, and we've had lots of complaints. So there could be an element of that involved in the delay, of which clearly is not my fault, obviously, but okay, I'll take that on board. But she said, we have got your email that you sent to us and we have actioned it. And what we've done is we've sent your email to the manager of the MRI department of the hospital you attended, and he emailed back to say he will deal with it ASAP. And that was Tuesday of this week. So by Thursday, I was ringing my GP saying, anything come in? No. On Friday, I was going to chase again, but we've had this worldwide computer hitch that you may have heard of, hiccup, let's say, which has affected, I understand, airports, companies, banks, building societies, and locally here it affected everything. GP surgeries, pharmacies, hospitals. No one had any computer systems on Friday at all. So I did try to ring the doctor, but they said, we haven't been able to access anything. We haven't been able to see patients today. We can't book anything. We can't use the computers at all. So it's been bedlam, utter bedlam. So I don't have any results still on my MRI, but with that little bit of progression, I'm really hoping I hear something this week and we can move forward with whatever this is going to be. I've got two theories. Let's see which one could possibly be right. My first theory is that the arthritis I had in my lower back from my previous back injury has spread, and it could be that I need a different sort of medication. My second theory is this problem in my hip is quite severe, which is affecting my leg, my right leg, and it might be that I need a hip replacement. I think it's one of those two things. I'd be very surprised, clearly, if it was anything more sinister than that because of the wait I've had for these results. And I would hope that even with hospital problems, delays and issues, if there was anything sinister going on, that I would have heard by now. Bearing in mind my right leg, which is the one we're talking about, previously I've had cancer back in 2011. And so one of the reasons I was sent for an MRI when this pain started was obviously because of that history as well. But as I say, I haven't heard anything. So I would hope that side of things has been ruled out. You never do know. But I think this feels like it's joint. It feels like it's in the bone. So I'm going with one of my two theories as to what these results might be, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what's going on. Nancy's good this week. Struggled a little bit in the heat, but she is in very bright spirits, and once again loved all your comments from last week, which was great. Thank you very much. She loves watching the vlog, and she loves reading your comments, and you're all so kind and so lovely about her, and she's a hoot. She's hard work sometimes, but she's a hoot and she's great to be with, and everything is absolutely great. Everything's going well here. Paul is very settled, but did make the point, quite rightly, that he, aka the Invisible Chef, has not been on the channel for a while, but things have been a little bit busy for him. And so the Invisible Chef hasn't gone for good. He will be back very, very soon when things have just settled down a little bit and we're back into the flow of vlogging properly and doing normal things and what have you, and not being quite so busy as we have been the past couple of weeks. But yes, he wants to get back in the kitchen. So Invisible Chef will make an appearance quite soon, I am sure. This weekend, actually we're having a bit of a family meal because his youngest daughter graduated from university this week and Paul didn't get to go to her actual graduation, so we're having a family do, so that should be really, really nice. And it's not long till my Adam, my son, comes home from having finished his master's degree, almost, and so he should be home within the next couple of weeks. Actually, I need to time down to a date, so going to have a full house very, very soon. Just got one more product to show you before we finish up for today, and that is hair related again, and it's not something I have tried before, but my hairdresser, who I love, like I said earlier, Donna, uses a lot of products from the Wow collection. Wow. And I've noticed this a few times and I've gone, oh, that feels lovely and that smells lovely. And then my daughter was saying, have you heard about this, Mum? I've seen it on TikTok. And it is called Colour Wow Dream Coat, a supernatural spray, magically transforms texture, amazing humidity proving powers. And Grace had a little sample of this last week from somewhere, and she said the other day, Mum, feel my hair. And when I say it was silky and soft and smooth, it was gorgeous. And I said, well, funnily enough, I've just ordered some, but it's arrived today, so I've not yet tried this. But apparently you put a bit through your hair after shampooing, conditioning and towel drying, and then do your hair as normal, and you should see some wow transformation. So I am looking forward to using that. Let me know if any of you have used it, what you think of it. It's in a very nice bottle as well, isn't it? But yeah, my hairdresser's got all these wow products all over her salon, and I know she uses a bit on me when she's sort of doing my hair after she's dried it and what have you. So I probably have got some of that product in, or something like it, or something from that company, from that range. But that is a purchase I've made this week, so I am looking forward to that. It does say dry heat is required to activate. So yes, you put this in towel dried hair before you blow dry your hair with a hairdryer, not leaving it to dry naturally, and to use it every 3 to 4 shampoos, so not every time that you shampoo. But I will perhaps try that later today or tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you have all had a lovely week. Please keep me informed about what you're all doing, and I will be back next Sunday, same time, same place. Until then, stay safe, stay in the boat, keep doing all things good. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.